I'm Roxanne, your host, along with my co-host, the professor. And we want to welcome you back to our Relationship Coaching Group podcast, where we stop guessing, start understanding, and figure out what actually works in today's relationships. No fluff, real talk, real tips, real conversations to help you date smarter, communicate better, and figure out how love together. Hello, Professor.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I think I got a little tongue-tied, but I'm good.
It's been a busy week.
Yes, it has.
We are still in Vietnam, Da Nang, and we've been having an awesome time. And we're going to be wrapping up our time here shortly and moving on to the next, and trying to help as many people as we can to change their lives.
Along the way, that's our mission, is to help people have healthy relationships, whether it's through our podcast or whether it's on meet and greet
or one-on-one.
There you go.
It's good to be here.
Well, it's good to be here as well. So, Professor, this is a powerful topic because it sits in the intersection of love, trust, boundaries, forgiveness, and self-respect. And I'm talking about how many chances for cheaters. We're going to explore the factors that will help decide what's right for you. And before we begin, we just want to let Professor open up and see if, what do you think about our topic today, Professor?
Well, first things first, I'm going to say thank you to our awesome listeners. We love you. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Because we get so many great emails and you guys flood us with love and blessings, and we really do appreciate it.
And some tricky questions too.
Some tricky questions. We had some really good ones.
But we're glad to help, glad to answer any questions that you guys may throw at us.
Thank you for those who meet up with us and buy us coffee and hang with us. We love that. You know, we love our coffee.
Yeah.
And they got some good coffee out here.
They do have great coffee, and we do enjoy it, and we do thank you for blessing us in that way. Now, I have a question I want to ask our listeners, and then I'm going to hear your response to the questions.
Okay.
So, listeners, you can respond in our comments. But the question is, if someone cheats once, should the relationship end immediately, or do people deserve a second chance? And if so, how many chances are too many?
Wow. There is so much. That's like a loaded question because there's so many things that go with that.
Yes.
You know, is this a sneaky behavior? What type of cheating is it? You know, is it online? Is this just flirting or whatever it may be? I've already voiced my views on this on another episode, but I want to give that there is possibility of fixing, but the thing is how many times you have to put up with it before you say enough is enough.
Right. And we're going to look at some of the different types of betrayal. You named some of them, Professor. Physical affairs, emotional affairs, online relationships, and sexting.
Well, let first, physical affairs. I just want to make sure we establish what these are, just so our listeners understand.
Okay.
Physical affair, that means
you're there.
You're knocking boots. It's happening.
You are there.
This isn't just a kiss and a cuddle. This is knocking boots, throwing the drapes around. This is it. So there's no
question.
Yeah. You can't say, oh, it
wasn't anything.
Yeah.
It didn't mean anything.
It was a mistake. It just slipped in. You can't use any of those.
Right. And then you have secret dating apps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There are secret dating apps.
There are apps out there for married couples to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
And then there's repeated flirting that crosses boundaries. on social media,
Absolutely.
exchanging numbers and flirting through text and what have you.
Let me ask you this, because we've talked about this. We talk about it many times. When a woman uploads pictures of herself online that are very suggestive, do you consider that to be flirting?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if men are knocking on your door and it's sliding in your DMs, yeah, there's a response to your action.
Now, I have an example. Someone who shared intimate conversations with a coworker for months may have caused as much damage as a physical affair.
Yes.
Just sharing intimate conversations, sharing things, what's going on at home or in that household with a coworker. That's serious.
What you call your work wife.
Yes. Now, does the type of cheating affect whether someone deserves another chance? Let's look into that. A mistake versus a pattern. You ready, Professor?
Go ahead. I'm ready for this.
One of the biggest factors isn't just what's happened. It's whether it's a recurring behavior. Signs that may have been have been a one-time mistake. There are signs that, okay, well, it was just a one-time mistake. It wasn't repeatedly. It wasn't a repeated pattern. You have intimate honesty. This is when you know that person is remorseful. Genuine remorse. Willingness to answer difficult questions. Taking responsibility without excuses. Now, there are signs that it's more likely than not a pattern. What I just shared with you was that, okay, this may have been a one-time mistake, but now we're going to show signs that this is a pattern of behavior. Multiple incidences.
Mm-hmm.
Repeated lying.
But there are multiple incidences that people don't realize. Those taking the phone call into the bathroom, it's got to take that call where you're on the toilet, where you got to go outside and walk the dog, and you may have got away with it, but over time those things show up.
You're going to get caught.
Right.
And repeated lying, blaming their partner, promises followed by more cheating.
What's the first thing they do when they get caught? They switch over and they put the blame on their body. Well, this is your fault.
Right.
How is it their or his or her fault?
Or a partner who says, it meant nothing after the third affair. That sounds like a pattern to me. What about you, Professor?
Oh, absolutely.
After the third, it meant nothing.
You've jumped the fence 3 times? Yeah, that's a pattern.
Yeah. Eventually your pants will get torn.
Yeah.
You keep jumping that same fence.
That's right.
That means you're going to get caught. Then there's remorse versus regret. Let's see what that looks like. And here's a tip for free. I'm offering this for free. Many people regret getting caught, but fewer people truly feel remorse. Now, this is what regret sounds like. I don't want to lose you. Now, how many of you have heard that line? Now, this is what remorse sounds like. I understand the pain that I've caused. I'm sorry, and I'm willing to do the work to repair it. Not just, I don't want to lose you. No, they don't want to lose you, and they don't want to lose her. They don't want to lose her, and they don't want to lose him, and him.
Yeah.
But when someone's absolutely remorseful, that they will be genuine in what they say, and they will show proof of change.
And sometimes cheaters is not one person. They may be seeing multiple people.
Right. Exactly. You may just caught one of their
exactly.
What do you call one of their little side pieces?
Their indiscretion. Their dirt.
So the question is, can a relationship heal without genuine remorse? Do you think a relationship can heal without genuine remorse?
No. You've got to have remorse. You've got
And it has to be genuine.
It has to be genuine, and you have to show it. You have to show it. You literally, whether it's a man or a woman, you literally have to do some major butt kissing to make this right.
Yeah, yes, and you have to be consistent, and
you can't just do this. We've said this before in another podcast. You can't just do this for a week or a month or 6 months down the road and say, well, you got to get over it. No.
Right. And the cost of rebuilding trust isn't restored by promises. It's rebuilt through consistent positive behavior over time. Just what you're saying, Professor. It's not the trust won't be built in a day or a week. It's going to take time to rebuild that trust. So if that person is willing to do what it takes and stay in the relationship and suffer the consequences, then you might have a chance.
Yes.
Now, here's some tips that might help. Both have to agree to be transparent with phones and social media. If you want to rebuild that trust, then both have to agree to be transparent with the phones and their social media. Know their passwords and know, that you can go ahead, check my social media.
There's this.
Check my phone.
There's this, I caught it a few months back, and there's a guy, and I don't know how real it is, but he will say, the dating, do you trust your partner? Can she look at your phone, or can he look at?
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those.
And they go and well, no, my phone's broken or it doesn't work. There was a couple, they were married for quite a while, and she wouldn't let him go through the phone. And we'll talk about this when we get home, is what he said.
Yeah, I've seen those.
If your partner can't look in your phone, and you don't have that trust,
then...
And I don't want to hear people say, well, it's my private phone. If you're living together and you're together, then there's nothing that's private.
Yeah, right. If you're in a committed relationship.
Together, you're then sharing together in a committed relationship, there's no privacy.
No. You should be able to pick up your partner's phone, and if it's nearby, if there's a phone coming in, or if you need to use it, you should know passwords.
My partner can pick up my phone at any time. There's many times where she say, oh, can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Now, we respect each other. I just don't pick up her phone. I don't just go on a Paris or anything like that. I was asked.
Right.
Out of respect.
Right.
But I trust.
You have to have that trust. Same here.
Broken.
Same here. And then tips that might help to kind of repair the trust. Maybe couples counseling. Maybe go to a couples counseling, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a relationship coach, and we offer these services too. Just if both of you are willing to get the help. And also,
you've got to be committed to the help.
Definitely.
You can't go one session and go, oh, this was crap. This is, I'm not getting anything. No, it takes time. The damage is lasting.
Right.
It's not going to be fixed over a weekend.
And if the hurt partner, or the crushed partner, if they're expecting you to follow through with counseling and you say no, and you're the one who damaged the relationship, then something's wrong. Something's not right. You're not willing to go the extra mile to repair and to keep your partner.
Sign.
Yep.
Put your shoes on and run, girl, run. Because that person's not, or whether it's a man or a woman, they're not committed to fixing.
Exactly. And you have to have open communication and patience with the healing process. Like I said, it's going to take time.
Mega patience, because the damage that is done, it is so deep rooted.
Right.
Because breaking trust, even if you were just friends and you broke a trust with a friend, it
takes time, and it does take effort to repair that. Now, here's an example. The betrayed partner may need time, months, or years. It depends on the offense. So before trust can be given to the betrayer, it's going to take time. You've betrayed someone. You betrayed that trust. So bear with the partner who needs time to heal and do the work to help them heal. Correct?
Listen, in other countries, they chop your hand off if you steal something. Medieval times, you betrayed the trust of your king or whoever, they chop your head off.
Right.
So you're lucky today because none of that happens. But that level of respect, that's where emotional responsibility takes effect.
Yes.
Do you have the respect, the confidence? Are you a man with worth?
Right.
Or a woman? Are you a woman with worth?
Yes.
And caring and civility? If you don't have those, then there's no point.
Right.
But yes, it can be fixed, but a lot of people don't want to put the work and wait the time. A lot of them will start off and then they're like, "What was a long time ago?" Doesn't matter how long ago. You did the damage. You got to give them time to heal
and deal with the consequences of your partner healing. Now, here's some reasons why people give multiple chances. Now, some of you listeners may be able to relate to this. One, because of love, because of shared children. And again, some other reasons people give multiple chances: financial dependence or fear of starting over. It really takes a strong heart to know when to let go. How many chances is too many chances?
That's the hardest thing for people to do, is to let go, because they always see the good before they see the bad, and they think that they can make it work. They can make it work. You want to make it work, but the other person doesn't want to put the effort in.
Right. So you have to be aware of signs and wonders, as they say.
That's where self-worth. You gotta have doesn't matter, man, woman, gotta have self-worth.
Right. And people also may give multiple chances because they hope for a change. And I have a breakdown for the acronym HOPE. They hope for honesty. They hope for openness. They hope for patience, and they hope for effort. These are things that they hope for. And
I love that.
And the last point that I want to make is to why people give multiple chances is probably for religious or cultural reasons.
Yes.
The values, beliefs, and practices. Sometimes it's because of that. Their belief system won't allow them for a breakup, especially if they're married.
Yes.
Especially and mainly as a married couple. Religion may play a big part.
That's where, and we see this in our offices, and that is the cultural difference when you're marrying somebody different. So if you're marrying someone that is, you're Indian and the other person's Russian or Persian, whatever it may be, there is cultural differences. Those play a big part. Cultural and religious differences.
Right.
And if you're going to enter in a relationship with cultural differences, you got to talk about it beforehand. What is expected from either one of them?
Right. Definitely. Now, here's something to think about. Now, I wouldn't totally agree with some of my colleagues who say that people who give multiple chances are weak. I would question whether the chance they're given is being earned or just given with no consequences. Now, if you have no consequences, then you're going to keep expecting the same thing to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a child. If you keep letting a child sneak candy and they're sneaking candy before bedtime and you turn a blind eye, they'll keep grabbing that candy.
Yeah.
Won't they, Professor?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, there is a difference between forgiveness and accepting repeated disrespect. There's a difference between forgiveness and accepting repeated disrespect. Here's some clues. Remember Blue's Clues? Here's some Blue's Clues. That you are the clues that you're being punished with being disrespected Because if you allow yourself to be disrespected, then you're allowing this behavior to go on,
Yes.
to continue.
There has to be a point in your relationship when this happens, when you got to say, I'm done, or I'm going to work on it. But if you don't address it early, the signs, and you just let it keep going, then the longer you're saying, I'm putting up with it.
Right. And that you're accepting being punished with being disrespected.
Yes.
That's what happened. You're allowing yourself to be punished with disrespect. Yep. Because you're allowing the behavior to continue on and on. Here's clue 1. Repeated cheating. These are punishments that you're allowing. Clue 2, many broken promises. Clue 3, gaslighting. I wouldn't have gone outside our relationship if you would give me more attention or affection. Clue 4, not taking accountability. Here's a clue 5, always acting suspicious. Now, here, I'm going to give you some examples. If someone has been given a 5th or 6th chance and you're seeing 0 change, then you may be sacrificing your peace, sacrificing your happiness and your well-being, all for the sake of keeping or staying in a relationship that's not benefiting you. That's hurting you. That's disrespecting you.
That's unhealthy.
Yes. And we do not want you to be in an unhealthy relationship.
If you're in an unhealthy relationship, it affects you in every single way, mentally, physically, emotionally. You can't even function.
Right. Now, let's look at whether couples can recover from a breach in the relationship. The answer is yes. Some do when the work is put towards building trust back with your partner when you're the one who messed up. So yes, relationships can be rebuilt if the work is put back into the relationship. Now, or when the work and effort towards rebuilding, it should look like this. You must bring complete honesty. You have to be accountable for your actions. You must put in consistent effort, and you must put in the time. You have to put in the time. That's when you know that someone is working towards rebuilding.
If you're putting more work into your job than your relationship, yeah, you got a problem.
Yes. Yes. So listen to this, please, please, please. When needed, get some couples coaching or counseling. And we do offer, Professor, a half hour of free counseling just to get them started.
Half an hour for us to sit with you one-on-one, help you to figure it out.
Yes.
And from there, you can go from there.
Yeah. And
it's free.
It's free. It's free. But you need to get some help. If you want to stay in a relationship, but you don't know how to move forward, that's what we're here for, just to help bring back maybe the trust, to help build the trust with you and to see where you want to go. Now, for our listeners, we want to give you a few tips if you're considering giving another chance. Don't rush the decision. Look at the actions. Don't just listen to the words. Set clear and specific boundaries. State exactly what needs to change. Again, consider couples coaching or counseling. Be honest with yourself about what you can and cannot forgive. And lastly, remember, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to take them back.
Absolutely. And I just want to say that we're talking about cheating, stuff like that. We're not talking about abuse, mental or physical. At that point, you need to get out.
Right.
Get out. And if you need help getting out, we're happy to point you in the direction where you can get out. But you need to get out.
But yeah,
plain and simple. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about dated marriage, stuff like that, with no physical or mental abuse.
cheating.
Well, which is a form of mental abuse, but not the type that we're talking about. But at that point, that's when you gotta check out and go. But
Right.
for your cheaters that want to think the grass is greener on the other side and step out, and then when they want to come back, there has to be ground rules. And that's where people like us come in and help you establish those ground rules.
Exactly. Now, here are a few questions for our listeners that you can answer in the comments. The first one is cheating a deal breaker? And could you forgive a one-time affair? And lastly, how many chances for you are too many? You can hit us up in the comments, and I hope you're taking notes. Now, Professor, I'm going to give a final thought, and I'll come back to you. But listen to this, listeners. When someone breaks your trust, the real question isn't whether they deserve another chance. The deeper question to ask yourself is whether their actions have given you a reason to believe the next chapter will be different from the previous chapter. Now, remember this. Relationships don't heal through promises. They heal through consistent, positive patterns. And if you hear some noise in the background,
guys,
where they're doing construction out there.
In the studio here and right outside the construction. So we apologize.
Yes.
I'll try and remove as much as I can.
Right. Okay. Now, Professor, do you have any last words?
Cheating is not okay. Whatever level is at.
No.
Because one party gets hurt.
Right.
Now, actually, it could be even two parties. It could be the person that you're cheating on and the person you're cheating with, because they may not know about the other one.
Yes.
So multiple people get hurt. But if you want to step out, then you need to talk to your partner and say, this is not working. I'm ready to leave.
Right. Be honest. Be honest.
I would rather you do that than step out, act the fool, and then you want to come crawling back because you realize stepping on the grass on the other side wasn't that good, because you realize it wasn't grass, it's weeds.
Right. Okay. Now, in closing, we want to thank each and every one of you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to be part of your relationship journey. And if this episode resonated with you, please like, follow, and download. Also, share it with someone who may benefit from this podcast. And you can find us at relationshipcoachinggroup.com, where you can email us if you have any questions or comments, or just want to learn about the different services we offer. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and remember, healthy relationships are not built on fear or control, but from a place of understanding, trust, respect, and intentional choices. So remember, you're not alone. Together, we got this.
We got you.